everyone, and welcome back to Jesse Hecht Creative. Today we're going over the Minecraft Diamond Level Steve from Mattel and MOJANG Studios. Before we begin, make sure to hit that like button and smash that subscribe button. Now let's get to it. Here is the box for the Minecraft Diamond Level Steve. Yeah, I've never experienced this before. Minecraft, or really Mattel, or MOJANG Studios, at least. Pretty neat box, has some nice pixels around the sides and corners, the Minecraft logo, with I think a creeper over here. Diamond Level Steve. We also have Steve in his diamond armor over here, I believe. On the back, it looks nice with him in his diamond armor, at least. There's a little bio and everything over here, and some more stuff to collect for Minecraft, at least. On the side, we have some really cool little bauble thing with a nice little bio that explains the figures. We have on the top, Minecraft Diamond Level Steve. On the bottom, we have all this legalese and 4 different recycling logos, but I guess that's all in different languages, barcodes and whatnot. Yeah, let's open up this guy and take a look at the Diamond Level Steve. Here is the background for the box. I really like this, and it could be useful for some very 8-bit characters, or maybe even 16-bit. It looks nice and kind of Tetris-y. So here's Steve out of the package. Here's Steve with varying facial tones, all pixelated across his face. It's very well done. The eyes are pretty cool. We have his nose, and then his mouth, and a weird smile. We also have some nice coloration going from lighter to darker as it gets to the bottom of his face. He probably has a beard or something. The hair is kind of pixelated. You can kind of see a little bit of stuff over here. My camera isn't really picking it up that well, but it's definitely noticeable. You do get on the side a weird sideburn thing over here. I'm not sure what this is. On the back, we get a nice piece for the head, as well as some bottom portions that are a little bit lighter, and lighter hair coming up to flesh tone, going back to the front. It looks really nice for this face. The body is a nice piece, varying tones of teal. It looks pretty neat and cool. I like the arms too. There's sort of like a little bit of some little pixelation going on there, but not too much. There's also some inner pieces right over here that can be taken off. That's pretty cool. I like this body mold. It looks really nice. I'm wondering what these are for. They're probably for something later on. I really like how simple the legs are. The shirt piece kind of goes down over here a little bit, coming down to the legs. We also have a couple little pieces over here, and not too much blockiness as far as the pixelation goes. The shoes are cool, kind of a lower step, pretty nice. There is some weird glue going on here, so that's kind of interesting, but they look really nice as far as legs go. Good job. They're pretty cool. I like them. As far as accessories goes, taking off the little hand portions, this will be interesting. Just pull it off, and that's basically it for this one. And for the other one, you take off this one over here. Now he has like lobster claws or something. That's kind of scary and weird to me. The sword he comes with is really interesting. It's made of metal, which is new to me. I'm used to plastic all the time, but this is very nicely done. I like this piece. It's pretty cool. Has a cool outline to it, as well as the innards being white and silver with some brown for the handle and a little bit of silver down here, filling it all out. It's a really cool piece. It's pretty heavy and hefty, actually. It'll probably cause some literal damage to your action figures, and it is pointy on the ends, so just be careful with that. And a little bit tacky with the paint too. I'm interested in how this will turn out. As far as putting it into his hand, you just put it into his hand. That's it. No harm, no foul. You can even kind of solidify it a bit and sort of seal it in. This piece a tiny bit. It won't really fit in, I guess, but it's worth a try, I guess. It looks nice in his hand. It's sort of cool. You get some pretty neat stuff going on with it, moving it wise, but it's very heavy and will just fall down after a little bit of a use. This is kind of a bummer, I think, in my opinion. The arm not being able to hold the sword is a drawback. As far as articulation goes, for Steve without the armor, the head can go left and right all the way around. Even it can go up this far as arm all the way around, and no swivel at the wrist or anything. We also get leg articulation going up this far and up this far very nicely. Really good. That's awesome. Yeah, good articulation for him, even though it's pretty limited, but I understand for this size of figure. For additional articulation points for Steve, the head can go up this far and then swivel all the way around as well, but also move back and look up and not really look down that much at all. The arms can also pop out a bit at their sockets on these little stalks and move up this far all the way around and move a little bit in and out at least, which is pretty nice for this figure. And it's also easy to pop back in. It's an interesting way to make the articulation work. It also helps facilitate the diamond armor. Hello everyone, and thank you so much for watching so far. Make sure to click like, subscribe, share, and leave a comment. You can also click the bell icon for more creativity. Now let's get back to it. As far as the diamond armor goes, let's try putting it on. It is another metal piece similar to the sword, but a little bit cooler, literally. Colder than the metal sword, so putting it on the head, let's try this out. You put the helmet on like this, and yeah, that's it. And I'm guessing this is the front piece for this. Not sure how that exactly would work for the figure. Getting this on is kind of a challenge. Moving the head up a little bit, I think. How do you put this thing on? Okay. You have to lift the head up a little bit and turn him around for this part. You just put this on the back and it sort of slaps on a little bit. You have to move the pieces over a tiny bit to accommodate the armor, which is pretty weird, I think. I'm not sure how this all kind of works, but once you separate the body parts, the armor really comes on quite nicely. There's also leg armor that works out pretty well. You just gotta sort of fit his legs into it as such. I don't think there's really a rhyme or a reason to which piece goes on which, but it's looking pretty good so far. You get the hands on, I guess. They don't really want to fit though that well. Or maybe this is shoulder armor probably. Yeah, the shoulder armor fits on right here. There are little rubber pieces to facilitate that, I just realized. So getting this on should be a piece of cake. Finally you get the helmet on and he's fully armored and looking really cool. My bummer for this is that he's not teal like he was in the games, I think, from what I've seen. I like that armor better than this armor. This is pretty cool, all things considered, but it's just okay for me, I guess. So yeah, that's Steve and his diamond armor, giving him the sword. We just have to put it in his hand and then put the covering piece over that. And yeah, he's ready for battle, but I don't know. He just doesn't look that great to me color-wise. As far as articulation goes with the armor, the head swivels around left and right over here, catching onto some armor pieces. We also can have him move his arms all the way up without hitting the armor, and his legs move this far with the armor. It's pretty okay. The armor does clack into each other a little bit, so just be careful of that. Also, some pieces may come apart kind of and try to want to come apart, like the arm pieces. They do shift out. Just push them back in and you should be fine. It's no big issue for that. Minecraft Diamond Level Steve stands between 5 1/4 and 5.5 inches tall or so, next to Samus from Other M, Link from Twilight Princess, and Mario from, well, Super Mario. He looks good with these figures. I think he could be a little bit smaller. I know he's shorter on the Smash roster, but this is a pretty good height for this figure and works well, I think, with the rest. I might keep him, I might not. And also, here's Jesse Hecht Creative. More swordsmen in Smash Bros? Come on, Sakurai, what are you doing? Overall, for my first Minecraft thing, this is pretty cool. Steve is a pretty neat character. I like the paint on him. He looks really nice with all those different pixels of color on his face, as well as throughout his body. It looks really awesome. I do think the aesthetic really leans well towards the articulation too. It's very blocky and one note. The arms are really awesome with those little pop-out hands that are pretty interesting, those claws, and the pop-out function of the head and arms is interesting to facilitate the diamond armor. That is my one gripe with this thing, the diamond armor. It just is too heavy and clunky for the figure and weighs it down. The sword too, even though it looks amazing, doesn't really work well with this figure. If it was all made of plastic, it would work much better instead of metal. I also think the figure is way out of scale with the current Smash Brothers lineup, and other figures such as those blister packs with the portal piece are much better to use. This is a great Steve to have if you're a Minecraft fan, but if you want something for Smash Brothers like me, look elsewhere within the Minecraft world to complete your character roster. Thank you so much for watching Jesse Hecht Creative. Feel free to click like, subscribe, share, or leave a comment. You can also visit us at jessehechtcreative.com, where you'll find more reviews like this one. Thanks again for watching and keep being creative. Stay tuned!